When I saw the press conference by Mr. Peter Obi yesterday, I thought it was needless. If Mr. Peter Obi is considering a career in evangelism, there are many people who have gone from other careers into evangelism, but within the framework of the electoral process. What he did yesterday was just, in my view, just seeking media attention, looking for publicity. Why do I say so? The electoral process is effectively a process. If you, as a principal member of the process, if you have any grievances, the best place to go to is the court of law, and which is what Atiku Abubakar has done, the presidential candidate of the PDP, pursuing his matter in the court of law. The last time Waziri Atiku Abubakar had a press conference, he came out and said he wanted the candidate of the NMPP, Rabiu Kwankwanso, to join him, and also Peter Obi of the Labour Party to join him. The Labour Party released a statement and said they were not part of it.
His past election, and again, that takes me to today. I had already put up my speech, and suddenly I realized, and I watched my own brother that I respect so much, Peter Obi, who is also a presidential candidate for Labour Party. He came up on a rise this morning to say that our president, a man that is the #1 man of this country, should come out and explain his state. So by now, a man who served 8 years as a governor, you don't know his state, should tell us his background educationally. Is that right?
No.
What am I trying to say here? It's an insult to Nigeria as a nation for you to call out our president, who was massively supported and elected and confirmed and validated as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to come and stand before who? To say he's from this state, from this country, from this region, from the locality. Does he owe us that?
No.
What president owe us now is to take us to our destination of choice. So I'm disappointed in a man that I respect so much, my brother, who stood firm to run for the Igbos. He may not be turned now, but it could come in future. But whatever he does now is going to play out in future. So let us be cautioned, and let all Igbos not be misled by this press interview that our own brother Peter Obi granted their rights. Thank you. On this note, I once again call on my darling brothers and sisters, the Igbos from the eastern region, to please embrace peace and unity.
So Reuben Abati has come up again to attack, I can use the word attack Peter Obi, that Peter Obi should look for a career in evangelism, because Peter Obi even had come on their platform Arise TV to call on President Bola Tinubu to tell Nigerians, his gender, where he is from, or his nationality, because of the complications in his certificate, where some of his certificates are showing that his gender is female, and even his name, we are seeing Adekule, and before we could say Jack Robinson, his media handlers went to Wikipedia, because you can actually edit information on Wikipedia. Right now, the name of the president of Nigeria is now Bola Adekule Ahmed Tinubu, if I'm not mistaken. So what am I trying to say? What gave him the moral standing to speak or to direct Peter Obi what to do? So Reuben Abati is now telling Peter Obi that his press conference is needless, that he's an attention seeker, he's just seeking attention. Can you imagine that? So Reuben Abati is now the one who will listen to now. If this guy called Rufai has said this thing against Tinubu, you will see everyone will be attacking Rufai. But now, because it's Reuben Abati now, of course this is not the first time. Even during the presidential campaign, presidential debate, we saw how one-sided Reuben Abati was towards Peter Obi. So he was actually siding his presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. He has already served as a media aide under Goodluck Jonathan. So it's not going to even be a surprise thing to us to see Reuben Abati time after time, throwing his support for anybody that stands for PDP. Said that Peter Obi should have done what Atiku Abubakar did by going to court and all of that. So why should Peter Obi join hands with Atiku Abubakar, because if all of them should join hands with Atiku Abubakar and they emerge victorious or they come out successful, who will now be the president? It's as if this man doesn't even know what he's doing. But that's by the way. There is another video again of a woman who claimed to be the leader of the Igbo group, saying that Peter Obi insulted Tinubu by asking Tinubu his nationality, asking Tinubu his gender. That's because of the confusion that came out from his certificate. In the certificate, we don't even know his state of origin. We don't even know who owns the certificate. We are seeing a decline. We are seeing the gender as a female. The certificate is submitted, at INEC is different from the one Chicago State University authenticated. So there are a lot of funny things we are seeing online these days. But for Reuben Abati to say that Peter Obi is an attention seeker, well, he has sought it. I believe he has got it. He got more than 6 million votes. That type of attention seeking must be something to go by. He has Nigerians supporting him. He won Tinubu in his own Lagos state. He won in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory. An attention seeker must be a good that he must have gotten attention indeed. But for Reuben Abati and Reuben Abati, I believe they have one thing in common. They are still looking for ways to have their foot or feet in government. So they are lobbying in whichever way to get support or be giving one government appointment or the other from APC government. You look at the SP, Reuben Abati has now abandoned Atiku Abubakar. He is now gradually gravitating his support, moving his support to Tinubu. But no thanks, he's not going to get any employment. He is a blogger and he's successful at that, so he knows how to create his content. He knows the kind of words he will use, how to narrow or tailor his content to appeal his supporter, or of course to make money. So the bottom line is this: Reuben Abati is a card-carrying member of PDP. So whatsoever thing he say, you look at it very well, up and down, he's actually lowering his support for PDP. So why should we listen to him? Even him commenting on Peter Obi made the world press conference, just like Atiku Abubakar made his own. And he's saying, this man that is sitting on the seat of power in Nigeria should tell us his gender. Right now, we don't know. I don't know. Because he's reading female in his certificate. Now, the BBC report that everybody is now BBC report claiming that Atiku Abubakar, Tinubu's certificate, there is no evidence that he forged his certificate. Who are those that wrote the comment? Who are those that published it? Check the names. One Igbo guy and 2 other Yoruba guys who work for BBC. Who are the ones, in charge of the publication? They are the ones that wrote it and published it. So, if you are the one, probably they must have been, sponsored to do it, to make some publication. Why won't you tell the general public that there's no evidence of forgery in his certificate, in Tinubu's certificate? So this is the height of it I've seen from Reuben Abati, calling Peter Obi an attention seeker. Now him sitting down there all the time, a man who will not allow his colleagues to address him by his name, he wants them to add doctor. A man who doesn't control his anger, who cannot handle it when someone approaches him with a different ideology. And he wants us to see him as a man who should be emulated. I think he doesn't know what he's doing.